This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Miami Dolphins and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go from Seattle. On the return from his end zone, Godwin Igwebuike. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Okay, break.
Smith going to look to throw right away. Man open, it's Goodwin. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 22-yard line.
They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker.
Number 9, Kenneth Walker, the ball carrier. Tackled at the 25-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Brings up third and 3.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. And the slot man goes in motion left. They run again with Walker. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Here we go on 4th. Smith. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. From the gun, it's Walker. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Ready, break.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
2 big runs here to start this game. How about the offensive line? They came out firing. Great leverage, great punch to get this thing started.
And now this unit on the move already. On 1st and 10, Smith. Throw out wide to Walker. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Mustang 19.
To throw again on 2nd down. Smith. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
At the 45-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Get to the blaster. Next red. Ready.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And a good burst there right from the start as he'll get this one out near the 35. A good position to be in here, second and inches. Tua going to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Throwing now is Geno. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Jalen Phillips from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Come on. Hey, Pat.
They'll send the tight end in motion left.
Trap 50. 70 ranges.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Bradley Chubb providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Here's Mostert. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. One more time with Mostert. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Raheem Mostert taking it in from a yard out. And the Dolphins get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's got room. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. 1st down Seahawks. There are times on carries like that where he looks a little bit older than his rookie stats.
How many times have we talked when we've gone out to dinner about how precocious these youngsters are that come into the NFL now? They play at a higher level at a younger age. The stars aren't quite in their eyes as much as it used to be, huh?
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
18 Cardinal. Hawk 70. Alert.
Walker with another carry. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
Ready. 18.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Dolphins will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just got good ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
At the 46-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tua gonna look deep for Wilson. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's going to take another shot here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
Ready.
Tua on fourth down. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And he will have a Dolphins first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Steps away to his left. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 14-0.
Seahawks, nothing. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. He's got his big tight end, Fant.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air is going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
After the turnover, it's Tua. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
To throw again on second down. Tua looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
He was covered for
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Looking to pass. Tua. And it's caught. Touchdown. Cedric Wilson from 13 yards out. And the Dolphins have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
the Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball. Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, smash Bronco!
Now Geno. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Charles, this is pretty unbelievable. 4 interceptions in a single game. How has he done it?
Well, if you open up the football dictionary and see the term nose for the ball, this guy's going to pop up now. He is now the picture. And maybe if you're on the offensive side, you try and find a way to throw away from his area from this point forward, don't you?
I think I would advise that. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Right, 97.
Now Tua. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9. This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Miami Dolphins and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go from Seattle. On the return from his end zone, Godwin Igwebuike. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Come on. Hey.
Here's Walker to start the drive. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line is the gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll toss this out right to Walker. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
And just a 30-yard punt that time, and it'll be Dolphin football. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43.
And cycle. Check right. Hut.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Tua. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Here we go, set. Green back.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
Well, I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Uchenna Nwosu, the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6. Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Tua now on first down. Buying time to his left. This one finds Wilson downfield. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. On first down, Tagovailoa. He rifles one that's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Sticking with Walker on second down. They find some open field here. Down the numbers. There he goes. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early, give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with prior to the game. They would say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. And Hill will opt for the touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Here's Tua. And that's dropped underneath for Wilson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. from the 39 now. They'll come up on a 1st and 10. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Throw right side. Going to be caught here by Waddle. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 2nd down. Now a give to Mostert running right. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. On 2nd down, Mostert. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. Tua going to throw. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Flying in to pick up that sack, Jordan Brooks. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. They'll run right side with Mostert. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. On 2nd and 7, Tua. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins have got it back to within a score. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that at just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Now Smith. They'll set up the screen to Dallas. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long, because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
Check that, street.
And the slot man goes in motion left. The slot man in motion right. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. They'll run for it. It's Walker. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. He's been tough for this defense to handle, over 100 yards. You kind of knew that they were going to him on that play, didn't you?
They certainly did. That's one of those situations where you simply say, my best runner over my best blockers, let's go ahead and pick it up. And I don't care if they know it on the other side. Here we come, and they got it done.
On first down, Smith. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Slot man moves right. On 2nd down, a run with Dallas. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Ready. Track 60. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
Now Smith. That's complete to his running back, Dallas. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left.
Roll. Unlock line. Ready.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Hey, pass.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
Here we go.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. And the tight end goes in motion left. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
7 Pirates. 19 Lions.
On first down, it's Smith. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
And that was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Here we go.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. Myers' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground.
See that because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And he'll get a couple up to the 29. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. Looking to pass. Tua. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So coming up empty here to start the 3rd quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
Let's go.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. That's Tua's running back complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. In motion comes the tight end left. They'll run on 1st down with Dallas. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DJ Dallas, 35 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Partner, I know my grade school teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they?
Yeah, this time the defense stepped up in what's been so far a tough game for them. On 2nd and 12, Smith. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Straight ahead, Walker. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one going the wrong direction. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Mustang 19.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. He completes this to Walker. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tua. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete.
It'd be interesting to see what he decides to do the next time he's in the position we just saw there. Outside of the pocket, takes a throw downfield that turns up incomplete. I wonder if next time he might take off and run.
Now Tua. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Tariq Woolen picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them and not giving them a chance to implement any of those changes. And here, a pick 6, and they widen the lead.
At least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. But right now, they're thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover, it grew their lead and just totally deflated that offense. Now these next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely if you continue on this pace.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now down to 20. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And some room to maneuver. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 164 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. The slot man in motion right. Back to Walker on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. In motion left goes a tight end. And going right back to Walker. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of 2 makes it 3rd down and 10.
Let's go now.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Slot man moves right. Now Geno. And that is incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
So coming on now is the field goal unit, and this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there, and that will extend their lead even further. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like there. You're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, is Waddle. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. To a hit, and the ball is out.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and forever. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to say can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. They blanketed the field the entire game using a variety